digestive system, that is peritoneum. And you need to draw this diagram, course of peritoneum. And still here. Okay. That is sagittal section of the human body, anterior abdominal wall and posterior. That is diaphragm, and below diaphragm, that is what? Liver. And look here, that is the same diaphragm. Here that is liver, and here it is, what is it? Stomach and the upper part of duodenum, pars superior duodenum. And if we cut in this plane, here it is liver, and below of the liver, here it is stomach. Clear it is. But if I cut in this place, here will liver, and what is it? Duodenum. That is, in this place, maybe duodenum is the same. But in my diagram, that is a stomach. And now, peritoneum from anterior abdominal wall goes to diaphragm, and from diaphragm continues to the liver. And here it is the same. Give me something, these pages, please, because sharp. And from liver, peritoneum goes to the stomach and supplies it anteriorly and posteriorly. And from greater cavity of the stomach, peritoneum continues. These two layers of peritoneum moves downward, then goes upward, and goes to pancreas. That is a pancreas. And today you already said that that anterior surface of pancreas supplies with peritoneum, and inferior surface the same supplies with peritoneum. It is duodenum, and peritoneum then continues to transverse colon and surround it. And after that, peritoneum goes to jejunum and ileum. They also have intraperitoneal position. And now, what is this ligament between diaphragm and liver? Oh, look here, if I draw this way, yes, if I draw this way, in this case it is falciform ligament. But if I draw wide space between this layer and this, it is coronary ligament. Clear it is. And number 2, that is liver. And we said that peritoneum from liver goes to the stomach or duodenum, and ligament between liver and stomach, that is ligamentum hepatogastricum, and between liver and duodenum, that is hepatoduodenal ligament, and together that is lesser amentum. That is why in my diagram number 3, it is better to write that number 3 is lesser amentum minus lesser amentum, and lesser amentum consists of 2 ligaments, ligamentum hepatogastricum or ligamentum hepatoduodenale. Clear it is? Number 4, stomach. Number 5, this anterior lamina and posterior lamina of great amentum, together that is great amentum. Number 6, pancreas. Number 7, duodenum. Number 8, transverse colon, and what is number 9?
Mesentery.
Mesentery of transverse colon. That is mesocolon transversum. Number 10, that is mesenteric part of small intestine, intestinum terno-mesenteriale, and 11, that is mesenterium. Mesenterium. Next intestine, that is sigmoid colon, and sigmoid colon the same has mesocolon sigmoidum. Number 12, sigmoid colon. Number 13, mesocolon sigmoidum. And after that, peritoneum goes to through pelvis, and here it is, we have a rectum, that is a rectum, and canalis analis with anus. And peritoneum supplies rectum, and from rectum, peritoneum continues in female to the uterus, that is uterus. And here it is posterior fornix of vagina, anterior fornix of vagina, and that is vagina. And here it is urinary bladder and urethra. And peritoneum from rectum goes to posterior fornix of vagina, supplies uterus, and from uterus goes to urinary bladder, and from urinary bladder goes to anterior abdominal wall. And number 14, rectum, 15, uterus, 16, urinary bladder, and this pouch of peritoneum between the rectum and uterus, that is 17, that is excavatio recta uterinum, Douglas pouch, recto uterine pouch. It is lowest point of peritoneal cavity. And between urinary bladder and uterus, we have another pouch, excavatio vesico-uterinum. Then, between stomach and transverse colon, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 layers of peritoneum fuse together and makes ligament. This ligament between stomach and transverse colon, number 19, that is gastrocolic ligament. Gastrocolic ligament. It is 5 layers of peritoneum fused together. And last, these cavities behind of stomach and lesamentum has name Bursa omentalis or lesser sac. Bursa omentalis. It is very important place because if we have ulcer of stomach, and in time of perforation of ulcer, food from stomach goes to bursa omentalis. And in time of operation, you need to open this bursa, you need to cut gastrocolic ligament, opens this bursa, close this opening and wash bursa omentalis. And you need to know walls of this bursa. Anteriorly, that is lesamentum and stomach. Inferiorly, that is posterior lamina of great omentum and mesocolon transversum. They fuse together. There is no space between this posterior lamina and mesocolon transversum. They fuse together. Posteriorly, that is pancreas together with peritoneum, and superiorly it is liver, caudate lobe of the liver. That is bursa omentalis. And enter into this bursa behind of hepatoduodenal ligament here. We have opening, and this opening, that is communication of this peritoneal cavity with bursa omentalis behind of hepatoduodenal ligament. That is communication of peritoneal cavity with bursa omentalis. This diagram you need to draw next time with all labels. And now let's go